Welcome everyone to downtown Bathurst, where the cars have assembled ahead of this weekend's Repco Bathurst 12 hours. First of all, apologies, I've left my voice on the plane, but we're going to do the pre-event parade preview anyway. First up, last year's and the year before's winning Mercedes AMG Sun Energy 1. Lucas Stoles, Jules Gounon, Kenny Abel, attempting 3 in a row. Jules is actually going for 4 in a row, of course. He won with Bentley back in 2020. No driver has won 4 times in a row at Bathurst. That's in supercars, that's in anything else you can mention ever. It would be an incredible achievement. The team that finished second here last year, Mante EMA, are back, and they have the new 992 spec 911 GT3R as well. Matt Campbell, he finished less than a second behind Gounon last year. He's back in that factory-backed car. On to BMW, the third of IGTC's entrants this season, and no prizes for guessing who is in the famous 46. It is, of course, Valentino Rossi, back for his second appearance at Mount Panorama. Raffaele Marciello also switched across from Mercedes AMG over the winter. He makes his factory BMW debut this weekend alongside the rapid Max Martin. Audi, not part of IGTC this year, but they do have several leading entries and some pro cars amongst them as well. Always good to see the Audi R8 on the mountain. Same deal for Lamborghini, not in IGTC, but the Evo 2 Huracan does make its Australian debut this weekend with Wall Racing. Great to see an updated livery, their famous BASF livery on the Lambo. Next up, and more Mercedes AMGs. It's worth noting actually that IGTC, we've changed the regulations this year. There are no longer specific nominations for points. If all 9 Mercedes AMGs are automatically nominated, the same goes for the 2 BMWs and the 3 Porsches. This one, Heart of Racing, coming across from America to race in Intercontinental for the first time. As I mentioned, 9 Mercedes AMG GT3s in total, and they've got plenty of pro opportunities up the front. Supercars teammates Brown and Feeney share the national storage car. That one's run by 888 and also has factory talent in the shape of Mick Grenier. A Pro-Am contender for the other 888 JMR car, Jeffrey Ibrahim. He was runner-up in Asia last year. Joins the supercars GOATs, Jamie Winkup, and another Mercedes factory driver, Jordan Love. We'll move on because there's more Mercedes. Last week on social, I said Craft Bamboo had the best livery here. I was wrong. This is the best livery here. It's another Mercedes AMG. It's the Group M car, and it's celebrating 130 years of Mercedes AMG's motorsport involvement. An incredible design on the side of that one. It starts off in white because that was the original national motor racing colours of Germany. It then goes into silver. Of course, the silver arrows back in the 1930s. They scraped all the paint off to save weight, and then finally, of course, into carbon fibre, the material of choice for modern day race cars. Mauro Engel drives the Group M car. He was on pole here last year, Felipe Fraga, and local lad and Bathurst 1000 winner David Reynolds. He's also a fully minted Mercedes driver now. More Mercedes, you've seen them all before, so we'll carry on through. Won't stop too much. Now on to BMW, the second of WRT's entries, Sheldon van der Linde, Dries van Thor. They won twice in IGTC last year. Charles Weerts, who joined them at Kyle Army, they were a winning trio there. That car is going to go very well this weekend, I suspect. Another work on that side, and then we're into the 2 pro-class Audis. As I said, they are not in Intercontinental contention, but they could well be fighting for overall honours. Former factory drivers, Marco Winkelhock, Ricardo Feller, Christopher Haase, and Kelvin van der Linde. Very rapid indeed. On we go. Another Audi, again not one of ours, but this is the second Mante EMA Porsche, and the chassis that finished second here last year. This is the 991.2 spec car. It has factory talent in it in the shape of Alessio Piccirillo. On we go, and we're now into the sort of GT4 and invitational sections. The first time we've ever seen the McLaren Arturas down under, and there are 2 of them in the GT4 class this year. On we go. The KTM Expo with its unique way of getting in, let's say. That one's an invitational entry. And we've also got, of course, the plethora of Mark cars, these big V8 space frame chassis silhouette race cars that we have here in Australia. They look great. They sound even better. They'll be somewhere just behind the GT3s in the pecking order. Say several of those. And then on to another GT4, that's the Mercedes, but we've also got something unusual here this weekend. This is a Vortex. To be honest with you, I know absolutely nothing about this car. Ask Richard Trail over on Bathurst 12 Hour about that one. And finally, an entry, well, an entry, it's not an entry. The final car in the lineup is in fact a van. And it is a super van, the latest in a long line of Ford Transit super vans. These go all the way back to the 1980s. Romain Dumas is going to be demoing this electric Ford Transit super van on the mountain this weekend. It's going to be very interesting to see just how fast he goes in comparison to the GT3 cars. Right, that is the parade. My voice is just about held out. Don't forget, you can start watching all the track action live tomorrow. That's practice. For the first time, we're showing that live. That's over on the Bathurst 12 Hour social pages and YouTube channel. And then from Saturday, SRO GT World kicks in. That's practice, qualifying, pole shootout. And then, of course, the race itself starts at 5:45 local time here in Australia on Sunday. Hope you can join us then.